Lost my other camera. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the 2 Hour Grind. I'm Nate, and today I'm going to be working on a Vincent Valentine piece, Final Fantasy VII. I've been ripping that Magic the Gathering set, and I go back to it now, and I'm like, man, I used to love to draw Vincent. So, you know, jumping, I don't know, 30 years. Has it been that? No, it's not quite that. But 25 years, I guess. Right? Or you could go back maybe and get him, but I don't know if he was... a little bit later, not... I guess it wasn't really later in the game, but you had to go down and get him out of the coffin. I can't remember exact timelines, but... he, like, packed a little handgun. Also going to work on this piece with the red lead today, so I'm going to try out that technique again just to see if I can get it to work. I'm going to also go over top of it, so it's only going to be like that. I'm not going to probably like render it with markers or anything. I don't know how they would interact with the red pencil, so I haven't gotten there yet, but I'm going to use this red pen, which it won't really react well with the markers, I don't think, so just to get a little bit of the darker reds in areas, I think it's going to be kind of cool. He's got like a red cloak, so it kind of works. Always love the big collars, you know, kind of cover their faces. Even like Vash the Stampede, kind of similar with the red, like, collar that pops up. He's got like a cool claw arm. So it's going to be a little different than his other hand. Hello. How's it going? I understand that one. Taking those first steps is always it's kind of a grind. You know, that's why it's the 2 hour grind. That's what I'm doing. I procrastinate up to the last minute, and I'm like, I gotta get work done. Kind of trying out a new technique today, so I'm rocking and rolling with a red pencil. I'm not using my thing. It's a little bit tough. Trying something a little different. That's awesome. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? Getting that little bit of time. When you hit that like meditative point of it, where you kind of zone out, and it gets good. You know, those moments make it worthwhile. So when you get back into it, I understand that. Oh man, this thing is eating up my. Nice. Character design is like one of my favorite things. That's what I like, coming up with those first sketches. Like nothing beats like coming up with the first ideas, right? And then after you've drawn them 100 times, you're like, oh man, I got to change things. So I'll always find like clever ways to get their like whatever it is get broken or destroyed, so they got to get a new suit. But yeah, that's cool. Yeah, writing. writing's always difficult. I'm not really a writer either. I've written on occasion. I just don't really have the patience for it, I guess, at the end of the day. Big picture stuff and sitting there and then going back in. Like, I could do a little outline, hit like the big 12 points that you need or whatever for like the hero's journey and things like that. And then after that, you got to fill in dialogue and all the things and, you know, put little twists and turns and make it all work. Yeah, I don't do the right. What kind of book? Sorry. What kind of book are you working on? Like what sci-fi, western, you know, like genre? That's cool. Yeah, I don't think I've ever done a military book. I did work on like concept sketches for a issue of a comic for a company one time where I got to design their character and put him in like the military garb and he's like lifting an old tank and kind of in the vein of the Hawk, like, you know, picking up a big tank. But that was my only kind of experience drawing it. But I draw a lot of guns and weapons, you know, like just find references for everything. If you're writing it, you know, if you're trying to talk to an artist, especially, or if you're drawing it yourself, just reference everything, you know. Be like, try to figure out the gun that you want to use or whatever it might be, and reference vehicles. You know, there's images of everything online now. You can, and you can even find like those like tools where you can look at it in 3D and move it to the angle that you want it to be at. That's cool. Doesn't sound like I would want that job. Anything questionable in there? Be like, nope. It's a little. like being able to do it, you know, as often as I can. Often as I can. Creating's awesome. You know, I think about like paper airplanes and stuff, test driving like questionable flying devices, right? Like you need an idea for something that might not work. There's probably a ton of like videos of here's this crazy looking paper airplane and then design like an aircraft off it, you know, as an artist. Make it more mechanical. Oh yeah, just had one of those spikes. Oh, that's cool. The Rocketeer was an amazing movie if you've never seen it. Old, little old now. The comics are also sick. Dave Stevens art on some of the covers and things. All their parts that like make them fly around and stuff are like boats and things from military boats. So like all the armor pieces that they're wearing are like other boats. I don't know. They were kind of cool. They're wearing are like other boats. I don't know. They were kind of cool looking as a toy line. I've never watched the anime though or seen it, but they're like the toys themselves are kind of cool, and I kind of what you just said kind of like made me think of it too. It's another one that might be kind of cool to check out. It's another one that might be kind of cool to check out.